this and was hospital.
But honestly, it's like the fault of everybody who keeps saying range meta, range meta, range meta, range meta. People don't hear that and try to play range with sword themselves, and then there's that result. Okay, now switch to cavalry and show people that you shouldn't bring ranged units. Well, you don't play in a party. Hello commanders, and welcome to another episode of Live Battle Highlight, a series where I present to you the live recordings of the most interesting battles I and my friends from SUNTZU had, and then highlight a discussion point that these battles may serve as a basis for. In this video I'm coming to you with a public service announcement. Please, do not bring ranged units to a battle if you are not in a party. I know it sucks not to be able to play the unit type you prefer, the unit type you are best at, just because the overall meta and the game environment shit on that particular unit type. Today, it may be ranged units, tomorrow, after a patch, it could be cavalry or infantry that will receive such treatment. But to be honest, judging how stubborn the developers are about introducing any significant changes to the game, it will probably be ranged units for a very long time, as they have been ever since patch 3.1. But I digress. Especially in this new game mode, ranged units are a liability to the team. Having them means having that many fewer melee units in your team that could form a frontline and contest the points. Having a healthy amount of ranged units, 3 or 6 out of 30 is okay, and can add some flexibility to your team's tactics under certain circumstances. But with how many players believe the propaganda of melee mains that it is in fact ranged meta and not infantry meta, and that the tournament players are lying to the rest of the community about infantry meta, combined with matchmaking that is very often drunk as fuck, for some reason decides to put 15 ranged units on one team but only 10 on the other, well, it could easily make it a much more even split of 13 and 12. That results in a shit experience for one of the teams, where they literally can't do anything to influence the outcome of the battle that has been decided by the drunk matchmaking. Unless, somehow, the other team was full of noobs, while the team that was fucked over had good players across the board. I actually made a video about that with Jojo way back in the day, and it seems that nothing has been done to improve the matchmaking since then. But even regardless of the meta and the game mode, ranged units are inherently the most vulnerable units in the game, and that's never going to change. That's why they must rely on their teammates, they just can't exist alone on the battlefield. Any other unit type can be left alone and do fine, but not ranged units. And I realize that I'm saying the most obvious things, but apparently they aren't obvious enough to a large portion of our community. Most ranged players don't realize that they need to stick to their melee allies for protection. Most melee players don't realize they need to stick to the range and protect them once their teammates were stupid enough to bring a unit that's so useless in the current meta it's not even funny. But at least you, a smart melee player, need to try to prevent the enemy's smart melee players from feeding on your ranged allies and snowballing the game out of control. Unless your ranged players to be super smart and just act as a bait to lure the enemy away from the capture points in pursuit after easy kills. But then again, they brought ranged, most likely they aren't that smart. And I'm sorry for memeing so hard on ranged players, but trust me, I know how it feels. I'm one of the most hard-headed ranged players in the game. But it's the developers responsible for balance that are the major cause of the situation. The other being random teammates being random. So do everyone a favor, be smart at the developers and realize what the current situation is and adapt to it. At least until the developers realize themselves and adapt the game itself. So in order to prove my point, I decided to pick cavalry and change our party composition to fully melee. The most important part here is that I'm a bad cavalry player. I keep misclicking, pulling my units through enemy melee that causes me to suffer huge damage for free. I lack the knowledge of various matchups and how they play. I constantly misalign my charges. My reaction time is way too slow, causing me to AFK my units for a very long time before I give them an order to move again, very often being too late and losing the unit because of that. You will see it in this video, and many more cavalry videos to come in the future. Now that my rant is over, allow me to apologize in advance for what my teammates said in battle. They showed a total disrespect towards the enemy team by not saying anything throughout the entire battle. That's them essentially saying, we are so much better than them that we don't even need to communicate, and we will still win. I'm extremely ashamed of their inexcusable behavior, and I promise I'll try my best to never allow this to happen ever again. I even called them out on the spot during the battle, as you'll be able to hear. I would also like to thank and express my empathy towards all the enemy range players in this battle that offered their enjoyable experience to let me selfishly prove a point. Again, in most of my battles, I'm one of you, and stay united in sharing the pain of being a ranged main. Please enjoy the video. Okay, which flank do you want to rush? I guess right flank, right? Deploy on D. I'll come through the center. Enosh? Enosh? Are you alive? Hello, Enosh? He's not alive.
Yeah, it's but can't deploy.
Well, if you said anything, I would have given you my spot. But since you didn't say anything, I assumed you were totally AFK.
Well, I have to stay on this side now.
I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 solo ranged players. We still have 3.
The enemy have engaged our forces.
Ooh, there's some big lags. Ooh, more range units. Hello there.
Only death awaits.
Why the hell is this guy still Okay, he doesn't like me apparently.
An enemy captured point is under attack.
Battle call. The enemy commander lies dead.
The enemy has lost a captured point. The enemy base is vulnerable.
Damn, the lag is fucking real.
An enemy player has been...
Oh fuck.
No prisoners.
A new captured point has become...
Oh, she's by the way free. We have cavalry over there, but it doesn't capture it for some reason.
An allied captured point is under attack.
Ooh, not good. We're losing it.
An allied captured point has...
Oh yeah.
The enemy base is vulnerable.
By the way, do you see what I see?
What do
A
you
new
see?
captured
I see
point has
3
become
solo
available.
ranged players. Every one of them is in a blob, and they're unprotected. I'm going on an adventure. See ya.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hello.
So,
An
are we
enemy
playing now
player has
or
been eliminated.
just talking?
We are playing at the moment, yes.
We are playing, yes. We're in a battle.
Oh, are there 4 of you or is there free
Mm.
space?
There is 4 of us, yes. There's also a
Alright.
lot of lags.
Our base is vulnerable.
If only we didn't lose E to a backup.
An enemy player has been eliminated.
But did the other guys recall?
Our unit is under attack.
No, they did not.
Our capture point is...
Charge! For Rome! Redeem yourselves! After
Well, then I'll just
Unit
wait
is
until you
under
finish
attack.
the battle and queue at the same time.
Fight! Crush them!
A new
Charge them down! Sulla has been slain! At them! Quick march! At the ready!
No, I see more ranged units.
Our unit is under attack.
No
A new
prisoners!
capture point has become available.
Shit.
Good, lol.
Charge them down!
Yes, hello there.
Charge!
Our unit is under attack.
Only death awaits! No
Our
mercy!
capture point is An enemy player has been eliminated.
Spare none!
Our commander has been killed.
I'm good at work, keeping them alive.
Show them steel! The enemy commander has fallen!
I can't recall, but still one unit is fighting.
An allied
Or
player
Lou.
has been
They
eliminated.
just left me alone. Why is this unit fighting? Oh. Are guys okay there? You don't need to communicate with yourself to coordinate your infantry things? I'm going to help you at E.
You guys?
If you
At
push
E?
towards E, yeah. Although I still see you quite far away. I'm still lagging. But I'm having fun. Killing unprotected ranged units that people shouldn't bring to battles. I love battles that prove a point. I don't know, enemy cavalry. Fun ruiner.
For Rome!
Oh, that's an interesting
You can
choice.
help just with your units.
Our unit is under attack.
On to glory!
What's this? Oh, this is good on you.
The
Ah, fuck.
traitor Arminius is
Okay.
slain!
Oh, hello there.
attack.
The enemy commander lies dead. Show them steel.
Hey, don't you wanna take care of that cavalry? Huh?
Battle calls.
I wish the stakes wouldn't prevent me from healing. Okay, now we can get E back. Nice.
We are halfway towards victory.
Crush them.
The flank.
Our capture
Okay, fine,
point
I'll
is
help you.
contested.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Uh-oh.
Only death awaits. Charge them down.
An enemy captured point is under attack.
Afra, give them death.
Our unit is under attack.
What the hell?
Our capture point is contested.
Oh, hello there. Hello there. No, don't lag.
For Rome. On to glory.
An enemy capture point is under attack. An allied capture point is under attack. We have secured the capture point. An allied capture point.
They got A back.
Our unit is under
Wait, they're also capping D.
An enemy
Oh,
capture
shit.
point is under attack.
Spare none. For Rome. Fight.
An allied capture point has been lost. An
Can
enemy
zoom
capture
it?
point is
Swing
under
by.
attack.
Only death awaits.
The enemy base is vulnerable. Our base is vulnerable.
The commander is slain.
An allied capture point
Got them
is under
lags.
attack. A new capture point has become available.
Ooh. 3 unprotected ranges are capping C, and none of our melees are contesting.
An allied capture point has been lost.
Ooh, even more unprotected range units. Hehe.
Our capture point is contested.
Ooh, they're so far.
Our unit is under attack.
Crush them. commander lies dead. Battle calls. Victory or death.
The enemy base is vulnerable. Our unit is under attack.
Charge.
Charging blindly. I think I got it. Fuck, can I get a refund?
An allied capture point has been lost.
Fight.
I see unprotected repeating crossbows. And the only thing that protects them are my lags.
An enemy player has been eliminated.
Those are enemy dog special.
Yep.
A new capture
Okay,
point.
I'm gonna go get D and kill those unprotected range units.
Our capture point is contested.
Oh, here they are.
The enemy base is under attack.
Okay, I'm not getting D, I
Our unit is
guess.
under attack.
I'll just go for the range units.
The enemy are halfway towards victory.
For Rome.
I'll go for healing.
Oof, big lag.
An enemy capture point is under attack.
Commander has fallen. Charge. Only death awaits. Charge them down.
Our unit is routing.
Oh no, mine is routing. Oh, like the enemy on this route as well.
Attack.
Spare none. Redeem yourselves. Charge.
Half of the enemy team has been eliminated. Our capture point is contested. The enemy has lost a capture point.
Charge them down.
Good job attacking B.
Half of the enemy team has been eliminated.
Oh, triple carving coming to D. And more swords.
Oh, and
Oh, undefended ranged units. Who would have suspected that?
Our unit is under attack.
Charge.
oh no.
Oh, that's a lot of them over D. Okay, if I go there, it's actually just a suicide. Until some more infantry arrives.
An enemy player has been eliminated.
In the meantime, I see enemy unprotected ranges inside the enemy base. Oh,
Chance
no
of
connections.
A new capture point has become available.
I got hunted. That means the enemy ruins zone are in here.
Our capture point is contested.
So the enemy cover is also here. It's actually AFK.
Under attack.
So am I.
charge!
We have almost achieved victory.
I wish I could have charged here.
Our unit is under attack.
Yep, that's no charge for me.
An allied player has been eliminated.
I got nuked.
Charge! Only death awaits! Spare none! The enemy commander is falling!
Yeah, people are like, haha, Mr. such a noob, he charges a wall.
Only death awaits!
Well, you would too if you had 2 seconds of CPU lag. And I somehow dropped an attack order on this guy.
No mercy!
Well, whatever. No.
Half of the enemy team has been eliminated.
Charge!
An enemy player has been eliminated.
To battle!
An enemy capture point is under attack.
Kinani is felled by our blades!
Half of the enemy.
Oh, dogs.
Show them steel! Fight! Crush them! Redeem yourselves! Rome's might prevails!
Nice. I got 6 achievements. I got all the achievements except for First Blood.
So you finished the battle?
No, we didn't finish the battle. I think I'll restart my PC. Because I was lagging throughout this entire battle. Although I suspect it's not my fault or not my PC's fault, it's just servers being fucking bad. Or just being in China, I guess.
Quo left.
Oh, I guess we'll have spot for you. But yeah, give me 2 minutes to restart my PC, okay?
Okay, no worries.
Fun fact. I actually had Quo, the best cavalry player in the world, who's playing infantry in this battle, watch this video with me yesterday. And he apologized for calling me out on not helping with capturing points and instead fucking off to pursue enemy ranged units, as I proved that I was always there for a capture point fight, whenever I was close enough. And if there was a fight I wasn't a part of, it was simply because it was impossible for me to make it there in time. He also reaffirmed that I am not a good cavalry player, in case that wasn't obvious enough to me as it is already. But hey, you, dear viewers, often comment that you would like to see me play other unit types than ranged. Sure, I can provide those, but with a caveat that they will be very often painful to watch due to how bad I am at playing them. Let me know in the comments if you'd still want to see it regardless. And to address the CPU lag issue I had in this game, I really don't believe it is actually my CPU not being able to handle the game, as it was able to handle it without problems for 3 hours that I played before this battle, and I didn't launch anything in the background to put more strain on it. It simply must be the servers and maybe my CPU struggling with packet loss or something. If you have any ideas as to how to improve that and help me avoid such problems in the future, let me know in the comments and I will be extremely grateful. For now, thank you all for watching. If you want to help us bring the war arena back to the west, you already know what to do. Until then, I will see you on Arena's Battlefields Commanders.